Hey Cornel, it's Chris. I own a company named CMP Marketing and Design, and in this video, I'm going to show you a few things that you can actually do yourself to bring more customers into your business. And they work by putting your business right in the face of somebody searching for your services in the areas that you target. And the topics of today are going to be content, backlinks, and citations, and what they'll actually do for your business if you chose to use these strategies. But first off, I looked at this website. I see you're using the UENI website development company, and you are actually getting not too bad of rankings from this, and they seem to have been able to whip something together real quick for you. I know it had to have been very cost effective, and that was probably a super smart strategy for you to use. But now getting right into the meat of this video, page content is made up of the words, the images, and text behind the images called alt text that make up a certain page on your site. And you need to be optimized with Google at least 1,500 to 2,000 words on that home page. And this is also going to give you a lot more opportunity to fill in with some buyer intent keywords that you're trying to rank and get business for. What a buyer intent keyword is a word or phrase searched into Google that indicates a person is ready to buy your services. For example, if you rank for a word like car detailing in Chillicothe, Ohio, or something along those lines, when you rank for that and you get up in the first position there, two things. You know that person that searched that is a local, so they're going to be able to get your services. They're not going to be on the other side of the country looking for it. And they're probably looking for somebody to detail their car. So it's not just random words that somebody types in that might be relative to detailing. It's somebody looking for somebody to detail their vehicle. And when you rank for these words, you get more customers coming right to you that are actually ready to buy your services. Now, it makes sense why Wikipedia is always at the top when you look for most things, because they have the most relevant and authoritative content, and Google rewards them for that. So just basically, Google likes information, and in your content, you can strategically place keywords to tell Google exactly what terms you want your website to be put in front of when people search for it. And this is why content is king, and it's the easiest and fastest way to rank for literally anything. And by the way, you have a pretty big gap as far as who's actually ranking up in the top positions in your area. So if we look over here, your biggest competitors are directory sites like Yelp and this National Detail Pros. So you do really have a big opportunity here to jump in front of those guys, because they really don't have anything special. They're just directory sites. So the one that I picked is going to be the National Detail Pros, because it's pretty selective, and this is pretty much your biggest competitor in the area. Yelp really isn't bringing in anything. I'm sure people don't go on Yelp all the time to look for detailers. So this niched directory website is probably going to bring in a lot more traffic. But I want to get into the second important thing when it comes to optimizing your online presence, and those are backlinks. A backlink is just another site linking to yours through theirs, either through text or through a clickable image. To show you a little bit more, I'm going to go into a tool I use called Ahrefs that gives you the breakdown of the performance of your website. And as you can see, there's a lot of information on here that I'll get into in just a second, but I wanted to give you an example of a backlink. So if I clicked on this, you see how it lights up? It's a clickable link. If I clicked on it and it brought me up to your website, that would be an example of this website sending your website a backlink, and that actually gives your website more authority. So essentially, the idea is that links act like an endorsement of your website from other sites that Google uses to build trust in your business by seeing other websites vouch for you. It's almost just like a popularity contest with the person with the most wins. But not all backlinks are created equal. You want more powerful and relevant sites linking to you to show Google that you are the authority. And by relevant, here's what I mean. For example, if you had other detailing websites linking to you, that's going to do a lot more for you than a site like Pizza Hut, for obvious reasons, right? I'm sure you can see why. But once again, with the gap that you have in your area, nobody really has any backlinks. So even if you just got a few of these up there, you would fly up through the ranking. Now I want to look at some of the keywords that you're ranking for that you could potentially be getting business for. So car detailing, Chillicothe, Ohio, car wash, car detailing. Some of these are repeats on there just because they stem from different areas. But they're the same keyword. These aren't like multiple versions of the same exact thing. So all in all, you have about 4 keywords in the Chillicothe area, you being in a more rural part of Ohio with a little bit lower search volume. So over and above all, if we take a look at the total here, you're about 190 search volume on average between all the different keywords between car wash and car detailing. The typical average from this, if you rank for all of these buyer intent keywords, people actually looking to make a purchase, you're looking at about 5% if you get in the top position, 5% of whatever the total search volume is per month, turning into paying jobs for you. So from 190, you'd be looking at about an extra 10 jobs a month from ranking in the top position for all of these keywords. And right now, I believe you're in 5th position. Yeah, you're in 5th position for some of these, 14 for the other ones. So it all depends on what exactly you're trying to get. But the great thing about this is that you live in a more rural area. There's not a lot of search volume here. So even if you didn't want to go through this process to use this strategy to target, the next one I'm going to show you is going to be incredible for you. So let's take a look at a Google search real quick. The first thing you see here is my absolute favorite tool, and that's the Google Map Pack. Many people go here first to find a business that fills their needs, and getting ranked in the top position typically means 40 to 50% more calls than top organic ranking alone, and organic ranking being down here. So all of the volume that you saw with the keywords plus 40 to 50%. And the cool thing about this strategy is you can rank not just in Chillicothe, you can rank in multiple areas all at once. So instead of just targeting city-specific keywords, you can rank in all of these different areas using one Google business profile. And if you do this right, you can draw business in from all of those surrounding areas just by using one profile. Instead of having to target all of their localized keywords, you just use one profile, you rank it in all these different areas, and you can bring in a lot of business that way, especially because you're covering a lot of ground. And what gets you ranked here is having a stronger and a larger citation profile than your competitors. And a citation is just your business's name, address, and phone number, exactly as it's written on your Google business profile, submitted into directories such as Yelp and Yellow Pages. And there are a lot of other ranking factors, but your organic ranking and your citations are hands down going to be the biggest things for you. So once your content, backlinks, and citations are all coming together and you're beginning to outgrow your competitors, you might be looking at around anywhere from 10 to 20 extra jobs every single month by using these strategies, just in Chillicothe. That doesn't include all the other areas that you can cover with your Google business profile. And if you were bringing in that much traffic from your website and Google business profile, multiply that by the amount of profit that you typically see from your job. So if your profit margins are around like $140 or $200 per job, multiply that by 15 and find out what you could actually be making more every single month. Real quick, pause the video and go ahead and do those numbers. And like I said, specifically in your area, the biggest thing that's going to give you the best bang for your buck is going to be the Google business profile optimization and adding in those citations. And this is what I do for a living. And while this video is going to help you start generating a decent amount of revenue, if you want to step it up, go after more areas, more keywords, or if you have any questions, just shoot me an email back or give me a call at 330-978-5004. We will just have a quick chat to find out exactly how much revenue you'd like to make, and I'll do the research to make sure that it's possible, and then we would talk from there. Either way, I would really appreciate just at least a line of feedback so I know you got some value out of the video, or if I could have done or explained anything a little bit better for you. Thanks a lot, Cornel. I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you soon.